What is a memory? Simply put, it is a story. The entirety of our lives, real and imagined, are grounded in our memories of learning, thinking, and doing. But what happens when something traumatic happens to you and you have no memory of it? You have evidence it happened, but in your mind there is blankness. The body really does keep the score, and when and if you are ever ready, in my experience, the memory does return. So to my 19-year-old, I want to say, oh, Nicole, my sweet Nicole, how brave, beautiful, and loving you are. You have continued to persevere on your life, your soul's journey, no matter the hurdles thrown at you, and there have been many. You, who survived a near-fatal car crash while attending the U.S. Air Force Academy and several near-death moments while in the hospital over the next 4 months, I want to tell you, it is time to truly be free of all the tentacles the crash imprisoned you with. Yes, your body was mangled, horrifically, I might add, but by far the most horrific injury was the blame your parents put on you for the crash, saying you disobeyed your father's rules, no drinking alcohol, smoking, or dating cadets, and therefore you disobeyed God. The implication being you deserved what you got, to be lying in the ICU with massive injuries, near death once again. Clearly, you took on their judgment because, well, you were taught that they were always right, and hence you did the only thing you knew to do, to accept it and blame yourself. Making the mistake to get in the car with a fellow cadet who had been drinking was the end of your life as you knew it. What you did not know was that it really was not a mistake. It was a way out of the confines of your life that you were living, one where your soul was out of alignment with your purpose in this lifetime. Okay, let's admit it. You were not meant to be in the military and training to kill people. That was what your father did and wanted for you. It was just going to take another 19 years until your memory of the crash and the aftermath came back for you to begin the real healing journey. When you go through a major trauma in life, in your case, in your death experience, you change. You are transformed. Sure, your hair color, eyes, and your body are still the same, but you dropped all identities and understood that you were deathless. You are not the same person you were at 7:20 p.m. on August 28, 1983. That version of Nicole did die. You awoke to a new you, except you did not have the memory of what happened that initiated the transformation. All you had was seeing bright white clear lights that were so soothing, and you questioned those for years. Were they the operating lights or something more? Mystical, magical, another realm perhaps? Your surgeon actually answered that question for you. They were another realm, spirit. So, for the 19 years that you lived without the memories of what actually happened to you, I want to tell you, I saw your sadness, despair, frustration, anger, and most of all, your loneliness. Your desperation to connect to God, a God in the Protestant faith with which you were indoctrinated, and to family, and most of all, to yourself. You worked so hard to find these connections, yet at the end of the day, you used food to soothe the pain. Before the chunks of your memory returned, you tried in vain to reconstruct how you could possibly have been sitting in that 1965 red Corvette convertible before impact. What body position could have possibly caused your left foot to be severed and create the other fractures and deep lacerations? Only with the flashbacks 19 years later would you piece together that mystery. And you did. During those 19 years without the memory to validate the experience, you suffered greatly, searching for relief. You were looking outside yourself for answers, believing others and looking to others to fix you. What you did not know was that you were not broken. You were not a bad girl. You didn't make a mistake, and you are not a failure. In fact, you are whole, brilliant, beautiful, and successful, the complete opposites. And here is the clincher. You always have been. You were just believing the false narrative given to you by your parents, the church, and authority figures. So, to that girl that binged on food for decades and could not figure out why, it was a coping response your body needed. You just did not have the tools at that time to know how to heal from it. You thought you were unlovable, unworthy, and I so wanted to wrap you in my arms and say, I love you. So, be good to yourself no matter what anyone else says. Love yourself no matter what, because in the end, love and oneness are all that matters. To my parents, I want to say, I am done trying. You have never seen or gotten me, and never will. You actually never wanted to. The final nail in my parent-pleasing behavior has been hammered in, and I am finally ready, willing, and able to let you both go. I finally am free of needing anything from either of you. It has made me extremely sad that you have continued all these decades to hold me to blame for the crash, even though the evidence clearly convicted the driver. Your insistence that I cannot have just a relationship with you, Mom, but that you and Dad are one with Jesus, so therefore I have to include him, makes my decision clear. You really don't want one. Your dogmatic natures have made it impossible to have a healthy relationship. So I continue to wish you both a good life, and I turn away and I leave the room, closing the door to you both for good. Freedom is my word for 2025. I have spent my entire adulthood transforming myself, unraveling old belief systems, and awakening from the spiritual amnesia I was born with. We all are, actually. The memory of who I truly am, my essence at a soul level, is perfect, radiant, glorious, beautiful, love, and eternal. That memory has come back as well. And that, my friends, has been my purpose all along, to remember.